to be or not to be.
Hey, welcome back to the Actors Dungeon, everybody. I'm Mike, your host and GM, and we have our lovely assortment of players for you here today. We have playing the flute, sometimes using his quarterstaff. We have Alexander V. Cantrell. And next to him, I love the silent fanfare. We have, with the bow, Kayla. Kayla, please say hello.
Hi.
And we have, not appearing today due to internet issues, Charlie, who we just have his photograph here, as you can see. And then next to him, with the alchemy vial, we have Ryan. Please say hello, Ryan.
Hi.
All right, and last but not least, glowering at you with the dagger or blowing stuff up, we've got Kurt.
What's going on? This one's for you, Jimmy.
All right, yes, rest in peace, Jimmy. And we have joining us today our two judges. We have our normally a performance judge, but today he is normally a game judge. Today he's a performance judge. We have Tom. Tom, please say hello. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Hello, thank you very much for joining us today.
I ran into that. So I realized I quickly got your windows crossed, so bear with me as I reset these windows. Viewers of the stream, you might see things get a little kooky there for a moment, but I assure you it is just temporary. All right. And joining us for the first time, getting the ropes of our game, we have James, who is currently a polar bear, or perhaps a badger of some kind.
Hello. Yes, I'm round, and I have ears. Hold on. Eyebrows work. Tongue works. I do not have hand control. Oh man, I need to get a more advanced one of these.
All right. All right. So, oops. I'm just gonna quickly get that out of there. All right. So, now we, as usual, we will begin with our recap. I'm just gonna pop in our chat here the recap for our players. And so players will go in the usual order. Alexander, you are number 1. Kayla, you are number 2. Ryan, number 3. And Kurt, number 4. And just going to get everybody's prompts in. So have a moment to go over that while I send those directly to your Discord.
Huh.
And
you saw me and you're like, Ryan, you're being too fucking quiet. I'm gonna fix that.
all right.
Hang on a minute. I have just lost the. I just lost this shared screen. Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right. And so once everybody has had a moment to look at their prompts, we will get right into it. Everybody feeling good?
No.
All right. And so let's just pause our regular theme music. And Alexander, take it away.
Sorry. It's coming, I swear.
I know.
Man. How about those Braves, huh?
What?
You know, baseball. I don't watch it myself. I
I don't
guess
know what that is.
you don't know what baseball is, Kayla? Well, baseball goes back. Oh, never mind. Hang on. It's up. It's loaded now. After being aroused in the wee hours of the night by the ship's alarm bell, our heroes were met. Fucking shit. Okay, I'll start again. Our heroes were met with a cautionary sight. A black marauder ship. Is that how you say? Fuck. The Black Marauder ship. One of the let me get it back. One of the pirate factions had skirmished with on Cinco's Wharf, had set course toward them. However, they were flying the white flag. Ah! That's something that happens, right?
I'm having a great time because I know exactly what it is.
Well, I bet you do.
This ship, the Maelstrom, the Maelstrom had suffered heavy damage while trying to. Can you turn the radio down? Can't hear. Had while trying to stop the Ironhold fleet from coming into their territory. What do you want? Despite being old enemies, the party agreed to help these destitute souls. Well, I'm gonna yell because you keep saying you can't hear me, so I'm gonna yell. Sorry. By outfitting their ship from the Cat's Cradle own supply. However, the repairs would be delayed as Feylan, Alexander, and Selena all took turns falling into the ocean.
Yeah, turn this down. With the help of the crew, Vlast was able to rescue his comrades while Alexander and Everton sealed off the destroyed hull of the Maelstrom. In gratitude, the Marauders gave our players their flag. Fly it high when in danger, and the Black Marauders are obligated to help. As their new allies departed, they now faced a new issue. How to get to Ironhold with a fleet of enemy ships on the way!
Alexander recalled a rumor he had heard regarding don't sleep in me. The moving isle, the mysterious island that seemed to move on its own, and don't you fly at me, in its catacombs, there was said to be a great tunnel that could take them to Ironhold. How does it hurt when you don't have teeth? No. After much consideration, the party agreed to set a course, but just when they were finally about to get their rest for the night, Feylan had a surprise visitor, an astral projection of her father. That's my...
All right, and break. So, fellow players, everybody in our audience today, and judges, feel free to have at that. Any guesses for Alexander?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to sit there and say Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hmm.
No,
I
it's
would-
some guy doing a bad Arnold impression and trying to get it back.
That's the closer.
It feels more like a half between Arnold Schwarzenegger, but also maybe Al Pacino doing a bad line reading.
I like that. There was a specific prop mishap in Alexander's as well. Anybody guess?
Teleprompter fell over.
Nah, it's all good.
Close. Yeah, I didn't do it justice.
It's all good. He's Schwarzenegger, but he's too oily and he keeps dropping the weights.
Oily.
Oily.
See, I missed out on something great.
Amazing.
And for Kayla.
Oh, Kayla, you're having such a hard time trying to talk to your grandparent or your parent via Zoom, and your kids won't shut the hell up, and all you want them to do is understand what the hell you're trying to say. Bless your heart.
Not quite, but that was honestly a pretty good guess.
Yeah, a very good wrong audience, but right situation. Any other takers? Going once, going twice.
Soccer mom.
Sorry?
Soccer mom.
Oh, I think you said thought criminal. I'm like, wow, that's deep.
Aren't we all?
It's the new thought crime.
Everywhere a thought.
Trying to order at a malfunctioning drive-through. So,
Oh,
Tom, that was actually a very close interpretation.
Yeah, I like that guess.
I just want to say thank you very much, Swift Kick, for the compliments on my beard. Alrighty. Oh, actually,
Someone insult his beard next. That's even.
Jane actually guessed it. I just noticed. Jane had replied with, "Can we get fries with that?" So, Kayla,
Yeah,
I think that was, nicely done.
Oh my God.
All right, and then over to Ryan.
was Ryan's? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Go ahead, James.
Oh, I'm just going to say Alex Jones. No, close.
Don't
I
know who
had-
that
Probably
is.
tries to put on that kind of air, but
Okay.
I had Sam Kinison.
I was getting Full Metal Jacket vibes.
there you go.
Yeah. Well, it's full metal jacket or just like that military type guy.
Oh, we miss him.
All right, and one of my personal favorites, Kurt's prompt. Anybody? Can anybody guess? This happens regularly on my walk to work.
What?
I know what it is, but I don't want to guess it.
I also know what it is, but I feel like I think someone else should guess it.
All right. Somebody?
Is it
Anybody?
like a toothless dog?
Yeah, like a little chihuahua
Yeah.
with no teeth
Kinda.
chasing him.
Basically.
Wait a minute. Wait a
But
minute.
it can
What?
fly.
A
What?
flying chihuahua
A
with no
bird?
teeth. A duck. A goose. A goose. Oh my God, a goose.
Being attacked by geese.
Because you're
Nice.
from Canada and there's gooses there.
Cobra
Alright.
chickens.
There's
Cobra
a lot in Ohio as well. We discovered that.
We have a few here in Missouri, few and far between, but they like to hang out. They're mean little bastards.
Like
Yep.
Yeah, they are.
They're so silly.
They are. All right. So, that being said, with this challenge complete, all our players get to start with one complimentary rose, and we begin our journey. Let me cue up our music, and we start with Feylan. You were just about to go to sleep when a ghostly apparition of your father appeared before you. You were taken aback at first, not quite knowing what was going on, or if this was, if you were in the beginnings of a dream. But you know of the ability for the shamans in your tribe to facilitate astral projection, and now part of you is kind of surprised this didn't come sooner, as a disapproving glare comes over your father's eyes. Phelan.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea how long it has taken us to track you down?
A long time.
Yes, a long time. Don't laugh at me.
I'm sorry.
You are in big trouble, young lady.
I mean, I don't know what you expected from me.
I expected you to adhere to your duty. You were part of our tribe. You were being raised as one of our scouts. Why? Why would you go off this far into the sea of storms of all places? What fell over you?
Because there's more to this world than just our forest.
I
wanted to get out there.
My dear, things are happening that you don't know about. And if you had stayed and if you had done your studies, you would know how important our mission was in that forest, and we are not here simply to bumble around on the material plane like some common oaf.
Well, maybe if you had told me that beforehand instead of just saying, oh no, don't go out, it's dangerous, then I wouldn't have gone.
It is dangerous. Where are you?
I'm at sea.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for the help in narrowing this down. At sea.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, that's not a very vague description. Our world isn't mostly covered in ocean. We need you to return immediately.
Why?
Well, one, because you have broken our rules. And you are out there with your mother's enchanted bow, I might add.
Yeah.
You are out there and you are vulnerable and you can be exploited. Do you have any idea what we have, our duty and position on this plane? We cannot be compromised.
Well, we can't just be secluded for so long.
Our seclusion is coming to an end. We need you back in 3 moons from now.
3 moons?
Yes. Find the nearest ship and come back to Valorum. We are returning to the Feywild, Feylan. We have finished here. And we will not risk you sharing our secret. Please, if you still love us, you will come home.
I'll come home when I'm ready. I'm out here.
If you don't make it home by the 3rd moon, you will have to wait ages before you can return to the Feywild with the rest of us. Now, where is it that you're headed? I need you to be honest with me. I am trying to help you, Feylan.
I don't know. We're out near trying to go to some disappearing island.
Some disappearing island. Very well. Okay. We'll have our scribes research the maps. And see if we can bargain with some outsiders. But we need you to get to the nearest settlement. The larger the better, so that we can hire a mage or somebody to teleport you back. Okay? You will do this?
I'll see what I can do.
I see. Feylan, my daughter, I need your oath that you will do everything in your power to return home to us by the 3rd moon.
I promise.
Very well. It's for what it's worth. Your mother's worried sick about you.
I'm sure, but I just needed to do this. I needed to get out here.
I won't try to pretend I understand your reasoning, but I will accept it. Nonetheless. And the image begins to shake. It appears we're straining our mana. Feylan, by the third moon! And he whisks out of existence.
Yeah.
And with that... And with that, you all enjoy what is left of the night. And as the dawn approaches, you immediately... everybody who wakes up can feel... So that sounds a little ominous, everybody who wakes up. You all wake up as you feel the waves getting a little rougher now. And you can see the sunlight flitting in through the cracks on the deck above. The shouting of the bosuns and the deck crew, all hard at work, stir. And one by one, you all wake up.
Ow! The boat hit me in the head.
Maybe your head hit the boat.
What's going on? What? Why is the water getting so rough all of a sudden?
I don't know. I don't know if we're getting closer to where we need to be and the waters are rougher around there to try and deter us. I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, good morning. Would anyone like some breakfast?
Sure. That would be nice. Thank you.
I think I have some eggs from our last stop. I'll cook those before they go bad. Just give me a few moments, please.
Sure. Thank you.
He goes to go cook.
All right.
Oh, and by the way, if anyone's getting a little seasick, I have a few remedies for that. If just ask.
That would be lovely, Nanners. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
I love that old woman. I love her so much. Okay. Ugh. It's like the grandmother I never had. Oh.
All right. And as you're all there eating breakfast, it occurs to you that one of the deckhands is different than you recall. Going back and forth, you see a young woman who seems to be working with the crew that you don't recall seeing before on the Urchin. Now, of course, those who are joining us, this young woman is Cordelia, played by Kayla, who used to be a werewolf, and since she was displaced after the what happened on Lido's Island, she agreed to come with the crew now, since they had a vacancy. But this is the first that you all have seen of this woman.
Hello,
Hi.
stranger.
Oh, hi.
I didn't know we had a woman on the crew.
Well, excuse you, I'm right here.
I meant before you, Nanners. On our old ship.
I gotta go prep another egg. Could you just give me a moment? I must have miscounted the amount of people that were here.
I'm
Feylan, what do you think about this newcomer?
Yeah.
isn't she from Lido's Island?
Well, I don't know.
You
Where
don't
are you
recognize
from?
her?
Was she one of the werewolves?
Yeah, she was that one of the ones who attacked.
Wait a minute, come here. Ma'am, I know this is gonna be weird, but it's just an orc thing. Sorry. Okay, yeah, I remember you. Okay, yeah. All right.
You gave
I
her the
remember you.
sniff test? Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I remember her now. Yeah.
Please don't do that again.
Sorry, ma'am. It's how I remember.
It's not very nice.
Well, I said sorry. It was gonna be weird. I gave you a warning.
I didn't like it.
I'm gonna give it a little sniff test too, just a little bit more discreet probably, but gotta do a little medicine check or
All right.
whatever it was.
So everybody takes a.
I have a reason.
I know you do. But Cordelia, so as this orc, or this half orc, kind of gets a good whiff of you as he remembers the fight that you all had when you were transformed. The little rat folk that you've been introduced to, Nanners, comes up and takes an innocent little sniff around your general area. Now, Nanners, if you would like to try to do it without being detected, you may, of course, roll a stealth check.
Oh no, I'm just being not like hidden, but a little bit more polite about it.
I guess that's okay.
It's just how I check for diseases. I've got quite a nose on this old face here. Just a
Okay.
precaution, we don't want the crew to be getting sick and all that. I did it for everyone else earlier, and I apologize. I just must have missed you.
And Nanners,
I don't
of
think-
course... Oh, sorry, Kayla, go ahead.
Oh. I don't think I'll get anyone sick anymore.
Oh, not that kind of sick. I mean like a cold.
Oh.
I'm not really trained in the occult cursey sickness. I'm more of a practical practitioner.
Okay.
And with that, your senses, you do not get the whiff of any diseases or parasites or any sort of unwanted travelers following this young lady, other than just your innate granny senses, seeing that can tell that she is a little glum.
I made you an extra egg. I didn't realize you were here, so don't feel like you got left out of breakfast. I included you as soon as I saw you.
Oh, thank you.
Eat up.
That's
You need the strength on the sea.
thank you. That's really nice of you.
Oh, I tried, dearie.
We love Nanners.
And she goes to go clean up, wash the dishes and the like.
All right.
I'm gonna go above deck.
All right. So, Alexander, you clamber out above the deck, and you immediately can see you are, as far as you know, in the middle of nowhere. The clouds have rolled in, although it is a bright gray day. The clouds touch the horizon. The waves are gently white-capped, and there seems to be no land in sight anywhere.
I don't know what I was expecting. We're looking for an island that no one can find on purpose. I yell out for whoever's in the crow's nest.
All right. Yes, sir, says Bootstrap, the somewhat timid yet observant stout fellow with his spyglass.
Yo, you see anything?
Let me have a look, sir!
Taking a good look.
No!
Huh?
I don't see anything, sir!
I didn't have to be on deck and I could told you that one.
All right. That's troubling.
Oh, well, that's to be expected. You hear the clambering of her hooves first as Selena stumbles up to you, not quite her hoofed feet, not quite grasping the movement of the ship. Oh,
Be careful, because I'm not catching you.
oh, you're such a gentleman. We're in the dregs of the sea, really. With beyond the moving isle, I mean, if there even is an island out there, we're still headed towards the deep. And from there, it's just a great big expanse until we get to the southern points of Valorum. And, well, not a lot of good stories come out of the deep.
What kind of stories come out of the deep?
Bad ones, usually people who got close to it and then got their senses about them and turned back because they could see chaotic storms. There were strange phenomena going on. I do know this one story, and Selena kind of drifts off into a reverie. And we're going to quickly go into story mode here as we all tell tales about what is going on in the deep. So we are going to populate a ship, and if anybody in chat wants to throw out some personality tropes or anything like that, we have a ship voyaging into the deep. So please tell me what sort of people you think would be on this ship, and if you'd like, and then we will see what happens. So, we have a ship heading towards the deep, and if we don't get any messages in chat, I'll just come up with something. We can try a game of superheroes, where you all have to take turns introducing the next person on this ship as you all come into the deep. We are going to start with Kayla. You are the captain of this ship, and you are somebody give Kayla a personality. Let's look to our two judges here.
Why are you laughing?
Because she has none. Please help Please
Yeah,
help.
please.
I didn't think of it
Please
like that.
help.
All right, so judges, please give Kayla a character personality for this
Please
this
help.
specific challenge.
Judges, pull your weight for once. Jesus.
No.
Okay, we've got one from Swift Kick. How about you are a closeted kleptomaniac.
Nice.
So, Kayla, you are here to just plunder everything from the deep, and you don't want people to know that. So we're gonna start. You are on your ship, and then when you call on one of your castmates, you are gonna have to introduce them and their quirk. Take it away.
I'm so excited. There's bound to be loads and loads of treasure out there. I can't wait to get my hands on it. But they can't know. They can't know that I'm just going out there to steal. We need a cover. We need a cover story, yeah. I'm not trying to steal. I'm trying to explore the ocean. Yes, we're going to explore the ocean, explore the unknown. Yeah, that's a good plan. So that means it's a good thing that I brought along on this ship with me a very experienced marine biologist, played by Brian.
Yeah, I am looking for fish. Are there any on the deck?
There's not fish on the deck. We're looking for stuff and fish.
I kind of forgot my fishing pole, so I can't really get any fish without my fishing pole.
Great. Maybe I'll make one. I'll find one.
Can I
Whatever.
throw a cartographer overboard? As I look towards Alexander.
Yes, and I imagine. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay.
Would you like to dive for fish?
Ooh, that's very good. I'm sorry, were you speaking?
Would you like to dive for fish?
Die for fist. No,
Fist.
no. The fist. We passed the fist about 6 leagues back, my dear man. But it's okay. It's okay to be confused because the lisp is coming up. And it's a doozy.
What's that?
Nothing.
The lisp. What's
Oh,
there?
The lisp is where the mainland's rivers all collide and exit to come into the ocean. It's quite a slippery slope because it comes down a hill, you see.
Sure,
Okay.
yeah. But do you think there's stuff there?
Oh yes, there's plenty of stuff. There's there's rocks and water. Surely, like my good man says, there shall be some fish. I don't doubt it. It is salmon season after all. They'll be swimming and making their way up the river.
Do you think there's anything else up there? Like maybe sunken ships or...
I don't know. Let's ask our local treasure hunter who can never get out of the loo. Lou!
Yeah. What are
Are you okay in there?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just putting one out right now. What's it?
Is this a big treasure?
Oh, it's a big treasure. All right, let me check.
Ooh.
I think they're dying.
Oh,
You need
yeah.
some fish oil for that.
I don't want to hear the word fish at all. The fish is what did this to me. I don't remember the corn, no. Oh,
I say, Lou,
what?
do you happen to know what are we looking for?
Stuff. I mean,
Lou, got you.
I
Lou, you know anything about any stuff or things or fish on the list?
On Lisp? Oh, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff and things. I was there years ago and they had some berries and all that. God, I could have poked through the keyhole to a chest. God, I'll tell you what. Oh, yeah.
About right.
There's all kinds of things at Lisp. All kinds of things that'll mess you up too, but
Let
yeah.
me soothe you.
Ah.
With that, a great shadow came over the boat. And
it's been summoned.
And now, and we return to the present, where Alexander, Selena has that faraway look in her eyes, and they were never heard from again.
Wow. What
Dear, I hate to put a damper on your story, but how could anyone hear of them in the first place if none of them made it back?
That's what I was thank you, Commanders.
She just makes a hoarse sound and wanders on.
Oh, but before she leaves, I give her a tiny little packet of, it looks like powder, and it's a little bigger, but just mix this with some tea, and I can tell you seem a little green around the gills, and this should help with that. You don't seem like a seafaring type. It's okay.
Well, thank you. She kind of nods her head gracefully and click-clacks off towards the stern. And
so she's just not gonna finish telling how she knows that story, or nothing.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start heading up the stairs.
Oh, and Jane has given Kayla and Kurt a rose each.
Well, thank you.
Yes, thank you. All right.
And things continue like this for a few days. You all enjoy moderate seas. There's no threat of a storm during the majority of your trip. You get to know the crew a little deeper, hear their stories, how they got to Sinker's Wharf. You get to know Cordelia a little bit and her plight about having lost her family to the werewolf plague, and then the day comes where you come out onto the deck, only to find the sky is somewhat darker and more foreboding. There is a coolness to the air that chills you right down to your bones.
Ooh.
And there's murmurs among the deckhands as everybody takes on a more serious approach to the job today. There is no time for chit-chat.
Anybody think we should be worried at all?
We're carrying on a somber tone.
Sighting! Dead ahead! Comes a shout from the crow's nest as Bootstrap leans in. I mean, I thought I saw... There's a mist rising! Dead ahead!
Mist?
West-southwest!
Can you see anything in it?
Can't see anything.
That's a negative!
Excuse me, DM. What direction is the wind blowing towards us?
There is, It's a good question. What is, when you're out on the open seas, and you're sailing westward, does that mean, but...
You're a god, you can make it up.
Yeah, sure. There is, the wind is, behind you and slightly to the left.
Okay.
That's weird.
So, anybody who wants to can brave a perception check, and I will tell you what you can discern about said mist.
Feylan, do you think you can see through the mists?
I mean, I'll try to get as close to the front of the boat as I can, and I'll take a closer look at it. Awkward.
Feylan, a seagull poops in your eyes.
Wow.
Does someone else want to take a look? Oh.
Wow.
Nanners.
Dang.
Out several leagues off the ship's bow, there is a fairly dense mist.
Well, I can see that.
I'm afraid that is all you can see.
What about my little sniffer? I know the wind's going the opposite way, but...
At the moment, all you can smell is sea spray and fresh open air. You know, if you wanted to get a sense of this mist, you would have to wait till you were much closer.
Wait a minute. Mist in the middle of this. Hang on.
Vlas, you can see, despite the whipping winds all around you, this mist is very calm, like the sort of mist that you would see on a forest floor when there is no wind, just sort of sitting there.
That's really weird.
We're coming up to our destination, Skip shouts from the helm. It's shrouded in mist.
Yeah. Alexander, you ever heard of mist out on the sea that doesn't move?
I think I do recall. Yes. I believe that this mist is directly involved with the moving island.
Yeah.
I think it's some sort of residual to the island moving itself, or dislocating, or I don't know. I don't know how it works.
Well, would it mean the island is in the mist? So if we go towards the mist, we'll reach the island? Or does the mist, like, show where the island was last? Do you know?
I do.
Okay.
Onward into the mist.
Well.
All right.
Straight that way.
We'll be reaching it in about an hour's time, Skip grunts. So, now might be a good time to have your lunch. And get yourselves ready. I don't know. We don't know what's in there, other than an island that seems to be moving around on its own. All hands! He calls, as everybody grips the sail cords tightly and holds on as the ship steers itself towards the mist. And it's a little early, but that is a good place to, I think, go to our intermission. Alright, so everybody, we will see you back here in about 10 minutes as we navigate the mists of the moving isle. Ooh. Yeah. Alright, see y'all in a bit.
Within 5 feet, I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I've never been in love before. I don't know what weapon to wield. I'll wave away the fog of war and adjust to this new battlefield. When rolling to hit somebody's heart, I don't know where I ought to start. But if other combat can compare, I need you in my threatened square. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I'm happy to take initiative. I'll make the first move if you like. I'll show you the heart I'm glad to give if ever you wanted to strike. Oh, Cupid has rolled his ranged attack. He hit me with some kind of hex. He's buried his bolt right in my back. And darling, I hope that you're next. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. Whoa, to take a slash at me at melee range. Darling, you're too far away. Much nearer would be sweet. Come a little closer, dear, at least within 5 feet. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I've never been in love before. I don't know what weapon to wield. I'll wave away the fog of war and adjust to this new battlefield. When rolling to hit somebody's heart, I don't know where I ought to start. But if other need you in my threatened square. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I'm happy to take initiative. I'll make the first move if you like. I'll show you the heart I'm glad to give if ever you wanted to strike. Oh, Cupid has rolled his ranged attack. He hit me with some kind of hex. He's buried his bolt right in my back. And darling, I hope that you're next. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. Whoa, please take a slash at me at melee range. Darling, you're too far away. Much nearer would be sweet. Come a little closer, dear, at least within 5 feet. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I've never been in love before. I don't know what weapon to wield. I'll wave away the fog of war and adjust to this new battlefield. When rolling to hit somebody's heart, I don't know where I ought to start. But if other combat can compare, I need you in my threatened square. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I'm happy to take initiative. I'll make the first move if you like. I'll show you the heart I'm glad to give if ever you wanted to strike. Oh, Cupid has rolled his ranged attack. He hit me with some kind of hex. He's buried his bolt right in my back. And darling, I hope that you're next. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. Whoa, please take a slash at me at melee range. Darling, you're too far away. Much nearer would be sweet. Come a little closer, dear, at least within 5 feet. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I've never been in love before. I don't know what weapon to wield. I'll wave away the fog of war and adjust to this new battlefield. When rolling to hit somebody's heart, I don't know where I ought to start. But if other combat can compare, I need you in my threatened square. I want you in melee range. I want you close enough to stab. Go on, roll a grapple check if you wanna make a grab. I don't wanna leave, but if I do, then you can have an opportunity to take a slash at me at melee range. I'm happy to take initiative. I'll make the first move if you like. I'll show you the heart I'm glad.
All right. Hello, everybody. We are back.
Oh, a dog.
All right.
Sorry,
my
that wasn't
beard,
planned.
My beard is getting a rose, so thank you very much. Thank you.
Nice.
When I get to rose, I can force one of the players to re-roll a failed roll. And you can't use... technically, when you give the GM a rose, it's technically a tomato. I'm the one who get tomatoes. And you can't... If you've been tomatoed, you can't use a rose to get out of it. And vice versa, if you've used a rose, I can't suddenly throw a tomato at you and force you to roll until you lose. So, remember to use
Now,
those
unfortunately, that was given to your beard, not you.
My
So your beard can re-roll whenever it wants, but you can't do anything.
All right. Well, my beard can still reach the keyboard.
Oh.
Huh? So, yeah.
Oh,
Be
got
careful.
him.
All right. So, let's start with our halftime judges. Let's see what you got. Start with Tom, our performance judge. Different role for you today, Tom. What are your thoughts? What are you thinking?
I don't want to give too much away, but there's some really good stuff happening. I wasn't aware that Nanners was a thing, but I'm not mad about it because Nanner. Has anyone ever watched Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey?
I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Nanners gives me like that grandma vibe, like just a little bit, and I'm kind of creeped out, but also I'm kind of here for it. Also, Vlad. Sorry, I mean Kurt. Yeah, you're like shit pan, man. That's how you get hemorrhoids. Keep pushing like that. I definitely felt bad, but no, it's weird judging from an acting standpoint because you all are doing so well right now. But there's a clear winner, but I'm not going to reveal that yet because that could change.
Yeah, it's me.
And next, James, this is your first game. So, what are your scores? What are your general impressions? What are you hoping to see next?
Well, from a gameplay perspective, I feel it's ramping up right now. I do like how people are kind of like role playing their actions as well, especially when it comes to sniffing people, whether that be stealthily or in your face. I would personally, on a human level, prefer a consent to a sniff, although I feel that as your character goes, this is on par.
I'm also not a human.
All right. Well, thank you very much, James. And
Rules
so
of humanity don't apply to me.
we continue going into the mist. And let's get that Music queued up again.
Well, I'm just gonna work on locking up my supplies so they don't shift around too much. Putting them in secure cabinets and locked places.
Alright, and you all go into the mist. Everybody standing on deck. You immediately wince as this cold mist washes over you.
Ooh.
Oh no, Alexander is being consumed by the mist.
Is it making anybody else cough?
It's cold.
Yeah, it
Wow,
does.
the mist smells a bit like a skunk.
It smells like a.
It does have a rather loud smell, doesn't it?
Yeah, even for being out at sea, it's pretty potent smell.
Mm.
The deckhands all begin trimming the sails, reducing the ship's speed, as, since it is so difficult to see, much more than one ship's length in front of you. Caution seems to be on everybody's mind as the ship gently floats along the waves.
I think I want to try to take another look now that we're a little closer to see if I can actually see if there's any sort of island or land in front of us.
Oh,
Phelan,
damn.
your elf eyes pierce through the night, or I guess late afternoon.
No
And
seagulls this time.
You see it. You see it. You see at first some far off in the distance, some gray rocks yielding to a mound of land with a large a large building, a light flickering in the window before it suddenly goes out. And Phelan, give me an just a straight up intelligence check, because unfortunately, because of your secluded culture, you wouldn't know what this building with a light in the window is.
There's no other island they've been at had one of these.
I don't think
Why is it
so.
intelligent?
The big
that's on
pirate
the main
island full of
page.
ships didn't have a light.
Oh,
Intelligence
sorry.
is on the main page.
Yeah. And Ryan raises a
This
good
one?
point. We were at a pirate island. They have lighthouses. You have witnessed a lighthouse before. My
Oh,
apologies.
never mind.
It's one of those things. One of those light up towers that you saw on Peach's Island.
I see it. There's
Where?
straight ahead. There's some rocks and this tower. This tower, like the light tower on the island, but the light went out.
I see it. It is. Several leagues yet off of the starboard bow, Captain. Sorry to everybody if that was loud. I realize I'm kind of angling that right into my mic. All right, so, and now that Phelan has pointed it out, everybody, one by one, you squint through the fog and you see this small island and the twirl of its lighthouse as it ripples on the fog.
Oh, look at that. It's real.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I wonder why there's a lighthouse on it if it's a moving, disappearing island.
Well, sure people can find you, of course.
But if it moves around, wouldn't that insinuate that it doesn't want to be found?
Well, I move around all the time, and I wouldn't mind being seen every so often.
That's a fair point.
Maybe the lighthouse is part of the trick. No one said anything about fog being around the island. Maybe that's how it tricks you. Maybe that's how they trick you.
Hard to port! Bootstrap suddenly yells. We've got rocks! And with that, the ship suddenly lurches. Everybody make an athletics check or an acrobatics check to either grab onto something or roll with the flow of the ship.
I'm not very good at this. Oh, never mind. I'm fucking balding today.
What? Mine?
All right. And with that, Vlas, Nanners, you both, and where's Alexander? Oh, yeah. Jesus, Alexander. You, Alexander, you stand
I just walk along the deck the deck side that raises up as it rises, and then rebalance as the other side comes. I just walk along it so that I never lose balance.
All
He
right.
backflips onto and off of one of the ocean rocks.
Vlas, you just hold unsteady to the mast as you rock back and forth. Nanners, you've been through stormy seas before. You know you just ease up on one leg and put your weight on the other, and vice versa. Feylan, unfortunately, you fall down onto your back.
Oh my god.
And you all wince as the ship grates upon the rocks. Oh! A crunching sound and snapping wood. All right. Deckhands, check for damage! And a couple members of the deck crew, including Judy, all run below deck to see what the damage is as the hull takes some damage from the rocks. All right. Alrighty. And as the ship continues, you hear the crew report back. A couple of gouges, but nothing, no water coming in yet, Captain. Be careful. We'll see if we make it out of here alive. Skip grunts. And with that, you all continue along through the mist. Chat's saying, Jane's saying, Vlas can't be on a ship without something going wrong. Fortunately,
Wasn't my boat.
he hasn't
Wasn't my
tried
boat this
to
time.
blow up the fog or anything yet.
Hang on, wait, that's a good idea. Hang on.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
No, it isn't.
I don't know about stop.
All right.
No, just throw a bomb big enough up into the air. It'll blow some of the fog away. We're fine.
I don't think that's how it works.
You hear Bootstrap kind of grunting. Feylan? Can you see
Yeah?
the island? I've lost visual. And Feylan, give me
let
another
me-
perception check, please.
Let's take another look.
Feylan? Yeah. You can see the island, and it's not where it used to be. It is now, much further away on the port side.
It moved. It's
Well, we're in the thick of it now.
towards the port side, but farther away than it was.
So it's still on the same side, but it's just further away.
No, it was on the starboard side before.
Okay.
It completely moved.
Oh, raspberry jam and crumpets.
I want
Something
to
is-
see if I can get a sniff from the island, like some trees and flora and stuff.
All right.
No, probably not.
Nanners, you don't get a whiff of the trees or the floor of the island. It's hard to smell anything. This fog is very dense. Smelling it is almost like smelling smoke.
Well, that's a bit more concerning. Can I make a, I don't even know what check that would be, a medicine or something? Figure out if there's something really weird about this fog?
Sure.
What role would that be?
That's a good question. I would want to say, whoops, let's go to your skills here. Oh, please don't crash, Fantasy Grounds. Thank you. I would say that is a medicine check, because you're checking for, perception would be analysis. Medicine is kind of you're checking it for certain things. So Nanners, it doesn't smell like any sort of chemical component that you're familiar with, but it does seem to have an effect. As you inhale, you can kind of feel there's a sensation, and it makes you think almost of some kind of hallucinogenic.
I'm going to, because I work with a lot of chemicals, obviously I have tools to prevent this. I'm going to take out a simple little bandana I have, just wrap it around my snout, and try to regather my bearings with this extra cover. And, I'm just going to inform everyone else, hello everyone, I think that, the fog is going to be skewing with us a little bit. That would actually really explain the moving part of the island. I believe we are either hallucinating the island, or it is getting very topsy-turvy on all of us.
Brace! Nanners, you are cut off as once
okay.
again the ship lurches to the other side. And unfortunately, you hear Skip shouting. And yes, everybody please make your acrobatics and athletics checks as Skip shouts and curses and mutters as once again the ship collides with some rocks that seem to just come out of the fog.
What's happening?
I don't know. I can't see. This. I barely have enough time to react. And the ship immediately feels a little sluggish. As the deckhands run down, you hear shouts. We're taking on water!
Oh, great.
We just got this ship.
That's not good.
We gave all our surplus inventory to the damn Black Marauders!
That's right. That did happen.
How bad is the leak?
It's... So, Judy stands at the base of the stairs looking up at you, Vlas, as you shout down to her. It's... The boards are just hanging on by a thread. They've been punctured. We've got a door in front, but one hit anywhere else, and this whole section could come off.
Thanks for the great news. Thank you. Hey, we don't do something fast, we're gonna lose the ship.
Well, we don't have anything. Do we? Do we have anything? Like nothing at all.
We have an anchor.
Anchor. Anything to stop
Actually,
the leak.
no, I agree with that. Drop the anchor now. We need to bring the ship to a stop.
What?
Why?
If we keep moving, we're gonna hit more rocks. This fog is hallucinogenic. I was trying to say we're gonna keep hitting stuff and go in circles and not make any progress.
I tried. I feel like maybe I remember something weird about the island moving in the mist and not being able to catch it. Something fairly esoteric. Maybe stopping is the best idea.
All right, and with that,
Yeah.
The crew all seems to be leaning into that idea. They look to Skip, who gives the final word, and immediately the anchor is weighed, and the sails drop, and the ship slowly creaks to a halt. Now, Nanners, you've had some time to breathe through your little makeshift mask. Give me a Constitution or a Fortitude save, please.
Do I even have Fortis?
Yeah, everybody does. It's on the main page.
Oh, main page.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for fortitude in the skill. I'm like, what? I'm not seeing anything.
All right. So, Nanners, unfortunately, well, you're aware that you could give me a medicine check, please, Nanners. All right. Nanners, you are aware that you are under the effect of something, and your body has not been able to fight it off.
I am just going to, I think this works. I'm going to actually use one of my alchemical abilities and just quickly use one of my reagents in an empty bottle that I grabbed from downstairs and quickly make myself an antidote. And chug that.
Right.
See if that helps. And I'm also going to prep an alchemist's fire.
Alrighty, so let me quickly look up your antidote.
You just kind of wrote it down. I don't really have many details other than that.
Oh yes, antidote lesser. Alrighty. No worries, it's an item. It should clear up. Let me go to items. Alright, and just so you all know, the chat is filling up with a lot of ideas about how people are asking for krakens, giant squids, all kinds of fun things to attack you all.
But the worst threat of all, man.
That is very scary.
One single man, but he's naked and
That's-
well oiled.
That's very scary.
Oh, I
And
see.
death.
So, you make this antidote, Nanners, and it allows you now to... You can make another fortitude save, and you get to add a +1, which is the antidote level, to this save.
I'm not very good at these rolls.
All right,
18.
so that's an 18. Nanners, you realize you need a moment, so after, you work this antidote into a little bit of tea, and you can feel this kind of haziness fading away. And in the meantime, Jane, no.
Well,
That is off the table. Absolutely not.
what?
Nothing.
What?
And
What?
so while Nanners is downstairs, we quickly go back to up above board, where our party is now waiting patiently as the waves rock against the ship.
I don't know what's going on, but Jane better get her ass off the table.
Well, what do we do now if it's just gonna keep moving on us and our ship's in bad condition?
Wait a minute. I'm gonna do a. Cause I have an idea. I'm starting to wonder something. I'm gonna look over the rail of the ship and do a perception check.
All right, Vlas. Yeah, Vlas, you look over. Out on the horizon, you can see the island is, slightly closer on port side as you were headed towards it. And then you hit what you thought were rocks jutting out. But now that you stare at the flotsam and jetsam in the water, you hit, obviously, the bow or the mast or some part of a sunken ship.
By the way, DM, I'm sorry, I'm incorrect. I meant alchemist bomb, not fire.
Okay.
Hey. Come here.
But
There's a ship. Right here in the water.
ship.
Yeah, it looks like it's... DM, can I see the water? Like, if I look down, can I see the water clearly, or is the fog too thick?
The fog, you can see the water unclearly, but you can still see it. Because there are a mixture of the fog and also the waves are still fairly heavy.
Fog. Oh, man. Oh. Wow. Blast is having a big moment, I think. Oh. Hey, everybody. I don't think the island disappears at all. I think the only magic here is the fog. I think we're constantly getting sucked into cross currents. And they're slapping us against rocks. And that's what's making the island look like it's moving. Because the ship is getting pulled by heavy currents. The rocks aren't appearing out of nowhere, we're being pulled towards them.
Wow, I think he's right.
Alexander, you look at some of the debris floating on the waves, and they do seem to be kind of locked in a little whirlpool, kind of going around and around, washing up against the other rocks, but never going too far away. And that's when Nanners emerges, after taking a tea break.
Sorry, I had to run a small test on myself. I have confirmed that this fog is definitely negative, affecting our mental capacity, and I sadly don't have more on hand, but I recommend wrapping at least some kind of cloth around your face. Maybe get it wet first. That's a good way to prevent it from letting more of the fog seep in. And just try to shake it off as best you can. We all need a moment. Rushing headlong will get us nowhere. And actually, Vash, I believe you mentioned blowing up the fog, and actually, if done correctly, that could cause a small air pocket to form where we could get a clearer view. We would need to throw pretty far, but I have a good arm on me, and once we get closer, I think it's a good way to verify if we're by the island or not.
We're really gonna blow up the fog.
Oh, yes,
Well,
it's a little bit of a complicated science, but it causes an air pocket that makes the fog at least a little thinner, if not completely gone.
instead of one of us throwing it, why don't we just have Feylan here attach it to an arrow and she shoots it up and shoots it as far out as she can.
That's also possible. I recommend doing it towards the air and not in an arc that would make it go into the water quickly.
Right.
But you seem capable. I'm sure that could work too. I just unfortunately have to put it in this pretty hefty flask. It might not fit on an arrow very well. I'll leave that to your judgment. But I do say we need to get a little closer first. Because it's not going to be a big air pocket, just enough to maybe verify what the shore looks like.
Yeah.
Do we think we can get any closer without hitting any more rocks? We can't damage our ship anymore.
I do, like I said, encourage you all to take a moment and try to take some cleaner breaths. Maybe go below deck where there's not fog. In fact, this would be a good time. See if we can ragtag patch together some stuff for the leak and get some clean air. And see if we can come out with fresher heads.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Okay.
We have all the time in the world as long as the stop holds. And, I'm not a very good expert on the ocean, but I feel like the waves probably won't increase from here because of the rocks.
Alright. So, first and foremost, you all heed Nanner's advice, and you tie random bits of cloth, take a bit of your shirt, whatever you can find. You soak it in the prevalent seawater that's what sprays up over the bow, and you all fasten these gas cloths around your nose and mouth. And then, slowly but surely, you all go down below deck where Judy and a couple of the deckhands are furiously looking for anything they can. Nanners, they've taken your tea table, they're breaking down chairs, and they're filling the gaps as best
Here,
they
let
can.
me give a little assistance. I'm pretty good with my hands.
All right, so
Promise we'll get you a new one when we make port.
So, Feylan, Alexander, Vlas, you see they've nailed in and tried to push cloth in between the cracks of there are so many small fractures in the hull of the ship. Water is constantly spurting in. Nanners, you know for a fact that you saw the water coming in when you were down here. You saw them working on it. But now it just looks like a mess of boards. There doesn't seem to be any water anywhere.
I suppose we should have our friends down below deck put on some masks as well. I'm sure it'll affect them a bit quicker. They've been down here longer than us. Just tell them to calm down for a moment. I'm sure the boards will hold.
Alright. What do you mean, calm down for a moment? We can't!
Well, you need to take big, deep breaths and sit for a moment. Let your heart relax. You're just going to make more mistakes if you keep up. Here. And, based on that crafting roll, I would like to show that I can handle their job for a moment. They need a quick rest. Just kind of pretend to put stuff together.
I gotta hand it to the old lady. She knows her way around. The random crewmen all kind of mutter to each other. And then they kind
I've
of...
been on this ship for decades. I know how it works.
Now, Nanners, please give me a diplomacy roll as you attempt to soothe their agitated state. All right. Nanners, I'm using my tomato. Re-roll.
Okay.
Excellent. So they're just like... they start muttering. They don't seem to be able to soothe themselves, and you notice they're not even really wearing their masks properly.
Oh no, it's COVID all over.
And they kind of mutter, and they just go back up. Now, Feylan, Alexander, and Kurt, I'm going to need fortitude saves on your main page, left or right hand side. Double click the fortitude button, and we'll see if your bodies can fight off this toxin. Alexander. Alrighty.
Well, hold on. I would like to ask something real quick, because this is my moment to shine. I have abilities that kind of let me heal people, like robust recovery. I don't know if this applies, but it says when you treat a disease or poison, or someone else uses one of these actions on you, increase the circumstance bonus to a +4.
In that case, and it would apply. You have given them their masks. You have, it's not the most efficient, but it is an attempt to treat. So now the circumstance bonus has increased by 4. Feylan and Vlas, you guys are beginning... It's hazy and it's hard to look at. It's like you've had one too many shots. And, you're still standing in, like, you're ankle deep in water, but it doesn't... The water's not, like, moving around your feet. It's just kind of like you're stepping on a hard surface. Something's not right. Alexander, I'm afraid you see the boards break and a torrent of water washes over you. You are immediately... and you see your friends all fall down, taken down by this torrent of water.
This is not good.
And Alexander, from that hole, there are faces in the water. Dead, white faces. They're wriggling in and writhing in with long, pointed fingers and deathly sharp nails. Their bodies are elongated like some sort of eel monstrosity, but with a human skull and tentacle hair. Alexander, they grasp you.
This is uncomfortable.
All right. And you guys all see Alexander. His eyes roll up into the back of his head, and he passes out.
Uh-oh.
Hey! 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 Little guy! Hey! Wake up! Hey, Nanners, I think we need something over here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I can do anything for him. Sometimes this stuff might just require some rest, but let me just get a closer look here.
All right, Nanners. He has overdosed on whatever this toxin is.
Oh dear. How fatal is it going to be?
If he is not treated, he will definitely fall into a coma.
Hold on a second here. I gotta look at all my abilities again, because there's a lot of healing ones here. No, not that one.
Right
I
now,
don't know. Would you do? It's not really treating a wound, but do you think battle medicine applies here? Just another medicine check to recover him?
yeah, make a battle medicine. That is the
Hey.
ability to do things on the fly, correct?
Yeah, in combat I can treat wounds, but
Okay.
oh nope, even worse.
Remember, Ryan, you do have your roses.
Oh shoot, I forgot about yours.
Everybody does.
Well, now's the time.
Alrighty.
There
So,
you go.
yeah, Nanners, you can treat him. It just has to be, first off, you've got to find a way to get through or get out of this fog. He cannot be released to any more of the toxins. If you were to make another antidote and give him that, that would help him recover so long as he is out of the toxin's reach or out of the toxin's effect, and he will need at least 8 hours of sleep to get out of this.
I'm sorry to ask this of both of you, but now that I've seen what this stuff can do, I'm afraid that either anyone who seems to be pushing through it needs to get us the heck out of here, or anyone who's suffering needs to come down here immediately, one way or another. Whether you walk them down or you knock them out and bring them down here, it's an emergency situation. We cannot have anyone suffering these effects stay on longer. You two seem to have recovered a bit. You're a little less wobbly, which is good. Just be careful up there. Try not to spend too much time above deck, and just get everyone out of that fog as quickly as you can. I'm gonna stay down here and make sure he's in a comfortable spot and can recover effectively. I don't have a whole lot of medicine for this kind of thing. I didn't expect the entire crew to get poisoned. So I have to sparingly use it on the most affected. I will wait until we get as many people down here as possible before I make that call.
All right.
With that,
I guess we'll go up.
you all hear a loud crash from above.
That's not good. I start heading up the stairs.
Yeah, go quickly, please.
I follow him.
All right, you hear crash, you hear shouting, and Phelan, you get up, or Phelan and Vlas, you guys run up through the hatch to see that in the rocking of the ship, one of the cannons has come loose and rolled all the way to the other side, but it hasn't come loose. Somebody's, two of the cannoneers are rolling it out. So they're both on the starboard side, and they appear to be pointing and shouting at something, while Skip is wondering, what is going on? There is obviously something that they can see that you cannot.
Oh, great.
And it's a little early, but I think that is a lovely place to end our session for the night.
Cliffhanger.
Spooky
Okay.
stuff happening. Alrighty, so
What's happening?
Aren't you guys glad you got a doctor?
Yes.
Yeah.
you guys
I love my
learned in
grandma
good time.
Nanners.
It is not magic fog, it is a drug, hallucinogenic fog.
Nice. My kind of fog.
All right. Well, thank you for playing with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. To our chat, thank you for watching. This has been a very active stream. Thank you all very much. We definitely appreciate you guys checking us out and supporting our channel. Pretty please subscribe and like if you haven't already. Pretty please, the prettiest please, bring a friend, bring a family member to come watch our show. We're all various levels of starving actors, and we'd like to be just regular actors instead of starving actors.
Yeah.
So, and with that, let's move on to the judge's analysis. So, starting with Tom.
Oh, absolutely. This was an absolute treat from an acting point of view. Ryan, you were in character right from the very beginning, and you didn't let up the whole entire time.
Yeah.
It was to be able to just sit back and just watch you all act, and as someone who isn't an actor, getting to just appreciate how you all just were just giving it your all. And Kayla, the beginning, like the intensity, you and Mike were going back and forth when it was Feylan and her dad. Like you could feel that real struggle. And Mike, kudos to you too for that, because you went in there with a 10, and it's really hard to start off at a 10 and keep it at a 10, but also keep it interesting at a 10. You know, there was a little bit of peaks and valleys, but Mike, it was a 10 and always a 10. But Kayla, you matched it for every beat. It was like watching two boxers fight. It was really, really good. And just Kurt, like, I love when Vlass has these moments of clarity, because we're just so used to the, I'll blow something up, I'll do something. But then, like, it's like Vlass said, no, he's like, I have to be the voice of reason now.
Yeah.
Because no one else is going to do it.
It's like, wait a minute. We're having a big brain moment here. Hang on.
I love that big brain moment. That's great.
Let's say, and Alexander, this is our first time together, and I was telling everyone before you arrived, we hadn't met before. I'm like, I don't think he actually exists, because I've never met the guy. But getting to watch your character and just how, yeah, I mean, you're kind of like a glue element to the group, and I really liked it. But I think for me, my favorite part was your cartographer. Oh my God, so dismissive, such a complete asshole, and I'm just like, this is a joy to watch. I absolutely adore it. But my rankings are, I have Kayla for first place, and then I have Ryan in second, and then I have Kurt and Alexander tied, because you both put on an absolute great show. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Alrighty. And James. James, what have you got for us?
From a gameplay standpoint, I would say everyone had some good roles. Everyone had some bad roles, unfortunately. But I would say that I just want to say, like, Alex, you were great. I just imagine you just, you're just walking on the railing of the ship as everyone's falling over. But then you just take a personal fall, gameplay. It was good, strong. And then, you hit that one, you hit it at the wrong point. Kayla, same thing, kind of like, well, again, a reverse where you couldn't find that island at the beginning, but then karma turned around and it kind of just, you got there. I feel like at the end, it really came down to using explosions, because as Mike can attest, I have a personal bias that explosions can fix all problems.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can.
Unfortunately, we didn't get there tonight. We were so close. So like putting out that idea, Kurt, you were like really top of the level today. But what I really, from a gameplay standpoint, Ryan, you supporting that idea and all the help that you've done, especially with this, I want to dub it a COVID fog, and you just like supporting these people, or like giving them a +4 with your skills, with like just telling them, hey, you got to put on your mask a little bit better.
I think Kayla would have been downed if I didn't do that, actually.
Probably.
No. Over the nose, please. Thank you. But also, there's also that little point where, specifically gameplay standpoints, when you get to usurp the DM about little rules, like, you've seen a lighthouse before, right?
It's like we were on a pirate island.
Yeah.
The ship island doesn't have a light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
of course, it's probably just lighthouses.
Going over the DM, kind of just doing that extra correction. I have to give it to Ryan today.
Yeah.
Hopefully, explosions in the future, though.
All right. And who is your runner-up, James?
Oh, that would be Kurt.
Alrighty.
Specifically for explosions. Ahoy!
We have lost 2 ships because of my obsession with explosives.
No, we
Well-
lost the same ship twice.
I
okay,
wasn't
true,
there, so that doesn't exist. So you got a fresh, clean slate for me.
All right. Thank you, James. We'd definitely love to have you back. So
Definitely will be back.
come by anytime. Tom, always a pleasure, my friend. You stay well. And ladies and gentlemen, we've begun staggering a schedule, so we're not monopolizing everybody's Saturdays for a full another year. And congratulations to everybody. I think we passed 1 year of since our first upload. I think.
Happy
Congratulations.
birthday!
Yeah. So, we are the Actors Dungeon. Please help us grow. We would love you forever if you did. That being said, good night, everybody, and we will see you all on the 23rd of September, hopefully with special guest Ellie Ray Hennessy for the exciting conclusion of What's in the Fog. And considering Ellie's personality, I think we can keep going with this hallucinogenic stuff, and she'll fit right in.
Yeah.
Dunna.
Dude, I talked to her for hours at Video Atlanta, and she is.
Yeah, she's a
Dunna,
human
dunna.
cartoon character. I absolutely love her. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.